Do you know what we have in this box? You'll want to wait and find out. Give us a thumbs up for Lucky. Hey, Papa. Hi, Village.
Hi, guys.
We are so excited. We have
Jollibee. I'm so hungry. I'm so ready for this. She has not. It is like 4 o'clock and I'm just not eating. Oh my god, I love that.
No. Let go.
Okay. This drink is the Ube Pearl Cooler.
And this one is the Buko Pandan Pearl Cooler.
I was about to say Panko.
No.
Oh, there's no O.
No. I like them both.
Let me try this one. I've never tried this one.
They're both good. And the spaghetti. We have the spaghetti. What did you get as your side? Oh, you got mashed potatoes.
So I got spicy chicken and I got mashed potatoes. I really wanted their adobe
rice.
I didn't have it.
Now, the only thing I don't like about Jollibee is that all their meat is dark meat. And I'm a white meat, breast, wing kind of girl. So, I like legs, so that's the only other thing I get. I should have got spicy. This is super good. Lucky wants to throw stuff at us.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Okay. I don't really like gravy, but I love their gravy. And they always give you gravy with their chicken.
So you can dip it in. This spaghetti is like super good. We're gonna start a new kind of series, if you will, that will be educator stories. So I'm going to share with you tons of stories about being an educator, an academy principal, a teacher.
I get sweet.
Mm-hmm. It is sweet. Mm.
And the weird thing is that last time we got it, I liked their spicy and I liked their original.
And I was totally bummed because I couldn't get a wing or white meat.
Oh, it said you had to get a leg?
Yeah, there is no white meat. It's all a leg or other stuff. Thigh meat. But I like a leg.
So what counts as white meat?
Chicken breast, or, I mean the breast or the wing.
It's a little picoso.
Mmm. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know I was going to give you that?
I don't think he knew. I think he just was going to take it regardless. Wow. This is way harder than it was last time.
I want to bite.
Oh. Should have got more chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's not a place that you can eat all the time because it's far.
For us, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Places skins. We should have got a big box of chicken.
We should have got a bigger. But we had been doing so well on no carbs, and this is a completely huge
carb
dinner with pasta and only the skin on the chicken. But when you're near there and you don't stop, that's just crazy.
And this time it wasn't packed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was. We didn't go inside.
But even the drive-thru wasn't packed. No, move.
Here.
How I moved to Houston was kind of a fluke. Because I was at a training, at a meeting, and there was a lot of Houston people there. And they were talking about how great Houston was. Or Houston ISD. And they were like, you should come. You would love it. So, at the end of the, you go to sessions and professional development and stuff. And so at the end of the night.
It's hot looking.
I was just, after we'd gone to dinner and everything, I was in my room. And.
Stop.
And I was just, milling around on the internet. And I looked at the Houston ISD website. And they had a lot of positions open. And it was really easy. To apply for jobs. You just basically put your info in, and then all the positions they had available, you would just click on the position that you wanted or that you were applying for. So I had looked at a lot of different campuses, and I had taught Korean technology classes, but then I also had begun to teach ESL English. So I had clicked on openings for both. You don't want it?
You can have my mashed potatoes too.
I don't know if I want your mashed potatoes.
My mashed potatoes are good.
So I didn't think nothing of it. Next morning, got up, went to my next professional development.
Excuse me.
Oh. And no big deal. I get a call from a number that I don't recognize, and she was asking me to come in for an interview. I was like, wow, well, I'm actually in Austin at a training at a professional development, so I won't be available till Friday. She was like, no worries. You can come in then. It's only a couple of hours. And, you giving him meat?
I don't like
the hot dog. And so, I called my parents and I said, hey, I'm gonna go to Houston on Friday if they could watch Sierra, one more day for me. They were like, why? And I was like, well, I have a job interview. My mom was not having it because I lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Oh,
and right. So she was like, no, Houston's too far. If something happens, we can't get to you fast enough. I said, oh, don't worry. I'm just going to just check it out and see what's up, I wouldn't.
Little did she know.
I wouldn't accept a job unless it was like really good. They're going to give me a starting, a bonus, and they offer it to me on the spot. That was a big bite. So, famous last words. So, I go to the interview. It was at a newer school. Everything I said I wanted to do, they were like, yeah, of course, we'd love that. Because I sponsored like a multicultural club and a future educator club. And they were like, yes, we would love to have you do that. So Sierra had to step out because she's getting ready to go to a festival. After we talked and I saw the school, she was like, I'd like to offer you the job right now. And I was like, oh, that school had a daycare. The insurance was really good. It was cheaper and better than what I had. I would have got a sign-on bonus because I would have been teaching ESL. I think it was like $5,000. Maybe it was $4,000, which is still great. And they offered it to me on the spot. So I was like, can I make a phone call real quick and tell you? Let me just go to my car and make a call real quick, and I'll come back in and let you know. So she walks me out and she waited at the door. So I get in and I call my mom and I was like, Mom, and she was like, they offered it to you on the spot, didn't they? I guess she just had a gut feeling. I was like, yes, and there's a daycare, and I'm getting more insurance for less, and I get a $4,000 sign-on bonus. So we prayed, and I was like, this sounds so great. There's a lot of opportunity here. Houston is huge. This would be a good thing. And so we both cried, and she was like, okay. So I went in and I told her yes. And she was like, yay! And I ended up staying another day to find a hotel. To find an apartment. And that was, 16 years ago. 16 years ago that we moved here. So that's how we got here. And it was great because our school was broken up by like academies or houses, and we were like a family. Like, we helped each other out. They knew I was a single parent, so we were all always there for each other. If somebody needed a ride, we'd take each other home, whatever. It was great. I loved it. And then I did that for 2 years. And then I became an academy principal. And I did health academy. And, I knew I was in trouble. And we always say that, so my first year as an academy principal was, and it's not out of disrespect or anything, but a lot of times we say it's the, it's the Rita year or the Ike year. And now I'm sure they say it's what was the new hurricane that we just had? Oh, well. But back then we said, we would say it's the Katrina year. And so my first year as an academy principal was the Katrina year. I knew it was going to be a crazy year when in my office, you know, I was there in the summer just getting things together, and I had my office area, and then I had like a little partition, and then I had like a little conference area with the conference table and a couch and stuff like that. And which the couch came in handy because I was always at school and Sierra would just take a nap over there. We ate at the conference table. She played at the conference table, did, you know, coloring and workbooks and stuff like that. So she's running around my office area. I was on the second floor. Now, mind you, this is in the summer. No one was there. Summer school was over, and it was probably late afternoon. And I don't know if y'all can see Lucky, but he's going crazy over here. So I'm organizing my desk. So all my desk drawers are out as I'm taking stuff out of boxes and putting stuff here and there. And the next thing I know, I hear someone walking. And I was like, huh. Well, the custodian told me that, you know, they were going to let me know when they were leaving, but it sounded like dress shoes, you know, like they usually wear like tennis shoes or something like that. So I was like, huh. So I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay. So I just ignored it, and it got closer and closer. And then my door was open, so I saw a lady appeared, and I was like, oh, hi, can I help you? And she was like, I need to talk to somebody. And I was like, okay, well, you know, there's not anybody here in the office. The office is closed. I'm new, but, you know, let me see how I can help you. And she had a big, like, Nike shoebox. And it was, like, a big one, you know. And so the whole time I'm thinking, you know, she's telling me about her daughter and how her daughter went to the school. And the whole time I'm thinking, what's in the shoebox? And so finally, I ask her, and I'm like, ma'am, what's in the shoebox? You know, and she's crying because the daughter had ran away, and she was telling me this whole backstory to her daughter. And so finally I'm like, what's in the shoebox? So she lifts it and dumps it on my desk. And at that point, I knew I was going to have a run for my money, because that shoebox was filled with marijuana. So envision my desk. You know, I kind of had cleared off a space, and my middle drawer was open. The side drawers were pulled out. Marijuana is just falling everywhere, falling into my middle desk drawer, falling into the two side drawers. And I was like, it was kind of like slow-mo, like, and it hit the thing. It went on the ground. And then I see Sierra, and she's like, Mommy, what is that? And I'm like, go over there, go back over there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, like, and the crazy thing is that at first I was thinking, you know, did the girl have like a baby, and the baby's in the shoebox, you know, and maybe she had the baby and didn't know what to do and put it in. I had all these emotions and thoughts, and but it was a whole lot of marijuana. A lot of marijuana. And so I was like, oh no, put it back in the box. And then I'm thinking, now mind you, it's my first time as an academy principal. So I'm still learning, and I'm thinking, what if the drug dogs come and there's a, you know, a little seed or a stem or something that I'm not able to pick up? You know, they're going to think I'm smoking weed at school or something. So I'm trying to get it all back in there. You know, it's everywhere on the floor. Some even fell in the trash can next to me. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And I'm putting it all back in there, and I'm like, here. And she's like, I'm not taking it. And I was like, well, I don't want it, you know, and there's nobody there. And I was so new at the time that I didn't have anybody's phone numbers. I didn't know what to do, actually. So she was like, I'm leaving it here with you. I'm bringing it to you. And so, you know, I took all her information and everything. And so then I'm left with this huge Nike shoebox with lots of marijuana. And I'm like, I'm not taking this home with me. So I'm trying to look and try to find phone numbers. So I finally found first I walk around the school to see if I can find anybody. There was nobody there. Just the custodians and some construction people. So I finally found a number for HISD police. Hey, like, you know, sir. And so I call it and and I explain like, hi, I'm the new academy principal at such and such school. I'm here. It's late. This mom comes in with this huge shoebox of marijuana and dumps it on my desk. What do I do? And the lady, the dispatch operator, was like, you're kidding me. And I'm like, no. And she's like, did you have their phone, all their contact? I'm like, yes. And they're like, well, you'll have to just wait till we can dispatch somebody out. And I'm like, okay, well, they can't come through the front doors because the front door is locked, and here's the entrance, and I'm on the second floor, and blah, blah, blah. Here's my cell number. They can't call the school because the school number is down. No, sir. The school number is down, and so I was like, oh my gosh. So we waited for a while, and then they came, and then he was like, oh, he had to do I felt bad because now knowing that police officer was going to have to do a whole lot of paperwork, take it to where it could be, it's just a lot of paperwork. So that was my orientation into being an academy principal in Houston. And it was quite a ride. 9-10 years later, I have a lot of stories to tell y'all. Stick around for some that will make you cry, some that will make you mad, some that will want to make you take action, some that will make you sad, a lot of happy, funny stories. So I look forward to giving you a glimpse and kind of behind the scenes of an academy principal's life. And I just want to say thank you for giving me this platform to share my stories. And thank you to all of our new subscribers. Welcome! We are so glad that you're here with us. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And also hit the notification bell, because that will let you know the next time we post a video or do a live or a collab. It will let you know when to watch. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any other educators out there, and let me know what city and state you're in or country. And be sure to watch these next 2 videos and be looking for the rest of my Educator Stories series. Bye.